to West here. Okay. It's all right. Can you hear us now? Let's see exactly what is happening. I think our own end is very good to go. Okay, your voice is not. Okay, thank you, As Daniel. Thank you once again for that confirmation. Yes, thank you once again. We are doing all we could to make sure that today's discussion and interaction is one of the best, as usual. Thank you once again for being here. As you join us, please kindly hit the like buttons. Hit the like buttons is the rule of engagement as we expect more people to join us in this discussion. And of course, share this video, let it go viral. Let others get to join us immediately. Let others get to join us. It is happening live from direct. It is okay. Thank you once again for being here. Okay, thank you once again. We do appreciate. Yes, kindly hit the like buttons. As what you are seeing here is still very much uh, far below expectations. Yes, as we join, we hit the like button so that the YouTube algorithm can push it to others to join us because it is an important issue. It's an important meeting here this morning, and everyone must be here to listen and to hear. Thank you. You can do better as we proceed here. Yes, we are just waiting just in a minute. We will kick off. Join us and hit the like buttons. Let's make it better. Let's make it better as possible. This is Cobweb TV where we interact and analyze on issues of importance. And of course, giving the common man or ordinary man on the street to tell their own stories themselves. You see, there have been several narrative misconceived or misconstrued, twisted by some, of course, media uh, live streams or whatever you call them, mainstream medias, but Nigerians and the populations of this country have to tell their own story themselves. Before we double into the main subject of discourse, you know, of course, about 2 days ago, the three protected Nigerian jets was confiscated or seized because of defaulting from servicing of debt, and you know what that means. Just as the last man, we always impound on individuals or negotiants defaulting, of course, failing to keep the traffic rules. The same way, the presidential jet, for the first time in the history of Nigeria, this is, of course, news of breaking that the presidential jet was confiscated. And we learned of recent yesterday that the Tinubu administration begged for one to be released so that he will not remain stranded. You know, one of the newly procured one was also one of those that was impounded on. You know, he has to beg because he cannot trek from France to Nigeria. These people were so magnanimous and considering to have allowed one presidential jet to be released so that the president of Nigeria will not be stranded in France. And being that, honestly, the France has been his first home, not just to say his second home. Nigeria might be his third or fourth home. Whatever be the case, the presidential jets are still being arrested. When you arrest presidential jet, what does that mean? You are indirectly arresting the president. And the president has been stranded for barely 48 hours before one was released. This is only possible in Nigeria. Whatever you have not thought of could be possible in Nigeria. Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafraland Republic government in Exile, has given, of course, directive ultimatum to sack the tenant who he described as the Nigerian government representative in Biafraland, that the landlord, owner of the land, is saying, we are giving you an eviction notice, and this notice, of course, does not come with any reminder. He said that everyone occupying the Nigerian government or representing Nigeria within the Biafran territory has to take their leave. They have to go to exile. And he has provided Abuja, of course, as the place to harbor for safety. That the Biafran territory and the Biafran defunct region or the 40 state of the Biafran United States of Biafra will never accommodate them. Immediately, the 1 month lockdown of all government parastatals, establishments, and of course offices must be shut down. If you doubt that, if you dare us put body, you go collect. That is his position. What is they are collecting, I may not know. I may not be in the position to know. If you are better informed what Simon Ekpa meant they will collect, I don't know, is it to collect their visa or perhaps to collect their voting card or to collect their allowances? I know their leave allowance. I don't know, but you can know better. But I'm here to guide the discussions and, of course, to intimate you of the latest happenings as it unfolds, of course, in the Biafran territory or the defunct Biafran region. You know, Biafra once existed for barely 3 years and a half during the most brutal Biafran Nigerian war that led to over 5 million of Biafrans dead. About 3 million of the children were dead, were killed through starvation, which is an international criminal act that is under the law punishable. We have Mazio Kokonde is here to tell us what really happens, and the exile, the composite leave for me or to exile, that they should pack their load and go. That the owner of the land is coming for his own land, and it's high time, of course, you do anything possible. Is doing what is very live. Okay, let's have where this morning is very interacting and very an issue of importance here. Honestly, it is quite very uh, exciting to be here. Let's okay, Mr. Femi. Well, you have their own opinion to express here. Thank you for the good work. Thank you once again, Peter Carr, for how are you doing, sir? How is Ghana today? Of course, and the families over there. You're welcome, Mr. Femi.
Good morning.
Yes, the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile has given eviction or quick notice to all government representatives, the governors, the senators to leave the Biafran territory. As a Nigeria, how do you feel about this?
Well, it's a good move. I like it that way because if you want to, something worth do is worth doing well. And I like a brave man like that. Yoruba will say, "Pátápátá la afọ́jú kùnàkùnà la dẹ́tẹ̀ ojú àfọ̀nfọ̀tán ìjà ní dálẹ̀." That means we want to be blind. Then if leprosy want to come, let the leprosy come. So all this matter of hanky-panky about division, let it be get resolved once and for all. So if you give them quick notice, if you have the ability to do so, fine. If he couldn't do it, we will know the next step to take. But I like doing something rather than doing nothing. So it's a move and it's a good step. So our is to fold our hand and see how everything is going to be, carry out. I've been saying it. I said that FD is keep murmuring. The only thing that the focus is about how to bring Samuel Ekpa back home. And I told them that bringing Samuel Ekpa back home is not the issue. If you bring one Samuel Ekpa back home today, Many of them will come tomorrow who think that somebody like Mercy Nnamdi Kanu will emerge. And after you incarcerate Mercy Nnamdi Kanu, Samuel Ekpa came on board. And we can see that Samuel Ekpa is a Mercy Nnamdi Kanu Pro Max. So telling you that bringing that man down, Samuel Ekpa, you are even inviting another Samuel Ekpa Pro Max. And the way this man is going, I think is to give FG sleepless nights. But it's same, the way I look at it, it's same that they are not bothered. And I told them that Yoruba will say, "Oh, don't think about for jure no. A river that you use, that you commonize, can actually drown you." So I've not seen FG make. Samuel Ekpa is coming out every day to tell the whole world his move. I mean, his move both abroad and home, and we can see that every move we make at home here always been successful. Sit at home, people obey. He declared 4 days of recent, and it was successful. The whole southeast was shut down. Now he's declaring another 1 month. So our is to be watching out, and if FG, if he can achieve that, and they let Igbo and they let the Biafra be, honestly speaking, I don't have any problem with that.
Honestly, I don't have. I love the proverb you just gave here. He said that a river you commonize, of course, might possibly drown you.
Yes.
Of course, Simon Ekpa is that river, honestly, that was commonized and perhaps ignored by the Nigerian government. Is becoming, of course, a thorn in their flesh, and of course, has been admitted by the Chief of Defense Staff that Simon Ekpa is now a menace to Nigeria security operative or defense headquarters, and is one of the most wanted person, of course. Haunted by the Nigerian government and, of course, the defense headquarters. Now, there is some move, of course, is in national dailies that the legislators, the lawmakers, should be prosecuted. They are the reason why the national embarrassment, of course, of Nigerians before the Committee of Nations is happening today, that they should be prosecuted. What can you say about the confiscation of the uh, 3 presidential jets, and now the president of Nigeria is stranded, begging for one to be released so that he can come home? Would you have preferred him staying there, or perhaps them seizing him? Okay, did I say seizing him? No, I mean maybe interrogating him. Your state on that.
Well, as a Nigerian, I'm not embarrassed. If anybody say that Nigeria is embarrassed, I'm not embarrassed. Let them also feel it. Let Tinubu and all his cohort also feel it, how to be at least a bit embarrassed. I know that thing embarrassed him. Now they just released one for him to go to France. As a leader, let him also at least a bit, let him feel the pinch of what I mean, the consequence of all the anomalies and all the stupid things that they have always been doing. Let them also feel it a bit. They will just feel it a bit, It's not that they will feel it much, because I don't see that one as a feeling. If to say that thing deny them food for like 3 or 4 days, I would have loved that. But it doesn't deny them food, doesn't deny them. If you want to travel, he can also use. He has his own private jet. He can charter private. There are so many private jets in Nigeria. He can also use it. But at least they should also feel a bit of the consequence of their stupidity.
Wow, it is quite interesting, honestly. Thank you once again, Mr. Femi, for being here. Of course, it's very brief but loaded, very informative, honestly. He said if they have been denied food, access to sustenance, please 4 days fasting, that would have been better, so that they can understand the pains and agonies Nigerians have been subjected. Today, everybody has migrated to Ban A. Even in the remote regions of Lagos, they are now in Ban A. You can imagine that. Life is becoming more horrible and very frustrating, that people are gasping for breath to survive. It is quite very unfortunate, but that is the realities and the experience. But these government institutions or handlers seems not to be, of course, uh, empathic about the pains and plights of Nigerians. It's quite unfortunate, honestly. Very intelligent and reasonable Yoruba. Yes, Femi has been a very good analyst, and of course, he does not mess words. He keeps his records and words very straight, regardless whose house it calls. He's there to speak nothing but the truth, and of course, this is why we are here, keeping it to read without being censored, giving people, the commoners, opportunities to express themselves in, without any fear or favor. It is happening live and direct. Tinubu finally begged for one presidential jet to be released so that he can move about or come back to Aso Villa. Well, we salute the magnanimity and the considerations of the Chinese firm. You can see this would not be the same case just in Lagos State. If last man sees your car, or you know what, that you can beg even God, they will not release it. But now, Tinubu has begged for private jet to be released, and they were so magnanimous, of course, to have released one of the private jets, presidential jet, so that he can come back home. Well, I really commend their humanity and, of course, this charitable act. But well, meanwhile, Nigeria have to pay their bills. Perhaps they are targeting the masses now to recoup the, of course, money they have shared, they have borrowed and shared among themselves and by themselves. Just as the senior president is telling Nigerians that while they are protesting, he will be busy eating, of course, and lavishing the common resources of the people, feeding himself and his cronies. It doesn't matter. It doesn't care whatever happens to them. They can go to hell. Well, these representatives, the senators, the House of Representatives, the governors has been given opportunity to find their way out of the Biafran region or the front territory. This is a statement coming by from the desk or office of the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in Exile. This 1 month lockdown was targeted, according to him, against the government institutions, parastatals, and offices that they must comply to this rule, or otherwise, let them put body, they will collect. Nobody have answered that question. What exactly does Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in Exile, intend, of course, by saying that they will collect? What are they collecting? Please, if you're in this comment section, I want to know what exactly he want to give them. Is it something that will enable them to go to exile, or, of course, what else? Or to go to exile? The exile, is it momentarily or is it permanent? Are we moving to the permanent site? Is Simon Ekpa moving to the permanent site? Well, only time will tell. As Femi have said, if he has the capacity and is very committed to this cause, well, let's see how far he can go with this. And let's see, of course, that will not come without any resistance from the Nigerian government and the security operatives. The head, the defense headquarters will not be, of course, sleeping or perhaps drinking tea just as a Fabio ascribed while the house is burning. Well, they might also match out and re-strategize and see how to stop Simon Ekpa. Well, nobody knows their strategy, but then Simon Ekpa has said that he is more closer to them than they ever has imagined being closer to him. Well, we may not know what that means. Perhaps he has more vital information and is well positioned and strategic in his advances or approach to issues. Well, we don't know yet when the 1 month lockdown will commence, but Simon Ekpa has given, of course, okay, somebody is saying, uh, uh, Komoko Gorilla, he said, okay, he said, not Gorilla, sorry, okay, Gale, he said, Woto woto. What is woto woto? There is another big language again. I think please try to bully, try to break it down in pieces, in pieces. I mean in pieces. For those who went to school, we just went to night school in Nigeria, and where there is no light, we always sit up. You know, there is no desk. You are coming with your desk. You know what that means. So that would have not given us opportunity to have assimilated whatever is being communicated. What we are just doing now is just the one I catered no even in the education sector. That is exactly what is happening here. Ikeketorie, and if you are dull and weak, let the devil take you. God for us all, but everybody to himself. That is quite unfortunate and very painful. Go and well, I'm seeing a different, of course, positions here. Is it for real? Go and don't return. Hey, you mean it? People who have been chopping sin. But people do say, honor area dealer committed. You are telling them to go and return no more. Why they are already committed to, of course, all the lages of their office, of the government and privileges. You want them to abandon that? Uh, you know, they are preparing for that music called Surugade. Whatever be the case, we are very much, of course, ready and available to continue these discussions, of course, as things continue to unfold. Well, I'm very much intrigued by this response coming from the esteemed fans of course, observing us this moment. He said, another one said, you are doing a great job, sir. PM want to give them woto with uh, Akpo. Akpamu. Oh, sorry. Whatever be the case, this woto is it for just the Nigerian representatives, of course, who has already committed themselves and they are eating, only they committed, Adila committed, you know, and they will do everything possible to make sure that Simon Ekpa is silenced. But how far will they go with that? Of course, will only be defined by truth and time. Time is the only thing that can tell better. But meanwhile, Simon Ekpa is saying, if you doubt us, you go collect. Meanwhile, will the security operations be there to collect it on their behalf? Or will they be sent to collect it? Nobody knows. Well, whatever happens, we are very much alive and here to eager to continue this in-depth analysis. However, others are exacerbating any situation. But the man called Simon Ekpa, as Femi said, that any river you neglected might get you drowned. Could that be said about Simon Ekpa? You know, prior to his emergence as a circumstantial leader, he was being misunderstood, misrepresented, and of course, considered not to have the capacity to make any noise, of course, except for the ranting in the social media. But Simon Ekpa, over the years, have demonstrated that he is the black sheep, of course, of the house. He is the one, the face of Biafra. He is the next man to be, of course, discussed in all the medias across the world. Just as Simon Ekpa have expressed great, of course, happiness as he speaks with the United Nations U.S. congressman towards the final lobbies engagement to get the U.S. Senate and the U.S. government to accept and embrace and recognize the Biafra after declaration on the 2nd of December. It is coming real. These guys are not backing down. They are not just eating granite, of course, in the face of battles. They are well articulated and well strategized, and they are focusing on the ball until they get the ball on the net. Simon Ekpa says he's not backing down. If it means turning himself to a beast, well, consider that done. And of course, this beast is time to metamorphose to such level. Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile, which I don't know if you have heard of him or you know so much about him. But whatever be the case, he said he is sending the government representatives in Biafraland to exile. What did they call exile in your dialect? Onye send the exile.
Exile, ọ gbapụrụ ọsọ, onye achụpụ achụpụ, eseti mmadụ exile, achụpụwo ya n'ala nna ya.
Okay, a na-achụpụ ya n'ala nna ha kwa.
Yes.
For imekwana gịnị, onye chụpụrụ achụpụ gịnị ka ọ na-eme? What can a bona fide citizen of the land or what diala be chụpụnana like that without any cause?
Because of mpụ na arụ.
Mpụ
Mpụ na arụ.
mpụ na arụ. What does mpụ mean? Is it impunity? Mpụ na arụ.
Mpụ na arụ. That is the impunity in Igbo language. Mpụ, arụ, abomination.
Okay, impunity added to abomination.
Abomination.
Is that what the reason why Simon Ekpa is telling them that they have committed mpụ and arrow and they have to go to exile?
Exile. Yes.
Until the final cleansing is done and the peace and tranquility is restored. Now, people who has occupied the government seats and of course are in charge of the legislative and the control of the money that is coming, as they are borrowing and they are sharing among themselves, drinking tea while the masses are on the street protesting. So where will they run to? Will Abuja be enough to contain them? You know, the committee.
You see, for Simon Ekpa, the God-able given Prime Minister of Biafran government in exile, Biafran Republic government in exile, for him to come out to speak that these people must surely go to exile, that's the best thing for them to go.
Who are these people to start with? I don't know if you have any idea of who the people are.
These people...
Am I included? Because
these people are Nigerian governors in Biafraland, not Biafran governors. They are Nigerian senators in Biafran territory, not Biafran senators. They are Nigerian reps in Biafrans, not Biafran reps. They are Ohaneze Ndi Beribe, Ewu Nokoko of Nigeria, not of Biafrans. They are traditional ruler Mpunarurala of Nigeria, not for Biafrans. They are the evil businessmen of Nigeria, not of Biafrans. So the people that will go to exile out of Biafra land are the people who are Nigerians, but occupying the seat in Biafra. They are going to leave Biafra. And when they go exile, they have to go to their own country, which they belong, which they loved, which they belong to, which they are patriotics to them, which may be Abuja. And if Abuja cannot be able to contain them, they may look elsewhere to go. Because there's adage we say in Igbo language that also working. Na ebo munaya, abalu meneya, esiya nu meneya, abalandi ogoe, which is when they pursue a man out of his kinsmen, they pursue him out of his kinsmen or his father's place. He will run to his maternal side. If the same thing pursue him in his maternal side, he will run to his in-law side. At least neither two, one will accommodate him. So that's how it be. When they leave Biafraland, they can go to Abuja, their own preferable country, capital. If they were pursued there, because I'm sure Nigeria may not harbor them, because Nigeria will look at them, a person who betray himself can still betray them, Nigerians also tomorrow. If they pursue them, they can run to any country where they have access, where they have stealing the money and lodge it there. Peradventure, they may run to British. The one that run to British, what happened to Ike Kuremado may happen to them. What happened to this one, former data?
Alamesia.
No, former data of former governor of Delta State, Ibori, may happen to them because British may hold them, squeeze all the whole money they embezzled, and through tax or through forfeitment, they forfeit it, and they end up in prison. Or Nigeria, British government may try to take it to lobby Biafra to return them back to Biafra so that they can have good rapport with the Biafra, that they love Biafra. The people that maltreated Biafra, they have returned them back because British is a snake in the night. Nobody knows where he keeps his head until when the day break. British can tell you, I'm with you, when they are not with you, as they betrayed Nnamdi Kanu.
Now, this exile, going for exile, is it indefinite now? Or is it within the 1 month lockdown of government offices? They might be considered back again. And would they express any readiness to leave? You know, they have the government. Simon Ekpa is in Finland. So they are now occupying, you know, when somebody occupying your land, what can you do?
What will happen to them? It's just what happened will be like what happened to Palestinians. When Israel were in exile, Palestinians occupied their land and claiming they are the owner of the land. They are the owner of the land. When Israel returned back from exile, 1948, what happened? Palestinians pack their load and leave the land for the owners of the land. Then it was that time that PLO started, Arafat and these people. They went to exile. So what will it happen to these people? They're just like Palestinians in Biafraland. When it happened, them and their leader, we went to exile. So, but this 1 month lockdown is a tip of ice block or open eye to them for what will be in future when Biafra government is finally restored in the homeland.
I got cozy bottle there. Wherever they are, bottle, if it grow, germinates, they go come back.
That bottle may be germinates, maybe when crash will come, because that bottle will never germinate, which means them and their generation will be staying there. And if you continue like that, the upcoming generation may not know where they come from again. They may think that where they are is their own country. Okay, look at me. Let me give you one example. Ekpa Biaseka that betrayed Biafra. Do you hear his generation now? Where is generation? Nobody knows about his generation. Are you hearing his generation now? Nobody's hearing it. Zeke, a whole Zeke of Africa, all of our nature. At the end, Ezofala, king of masquerade. Where is the family?
Okay, he finally degenerated to Ezofala, king of masquerade.
King of masquerade. Zeke of Africa.
Hmm.
All of our nation. At the end, Ezofala, king of masquerade. Which in Niger? Which in out of Niger, you can go to Niger. That's it. Ask those people, where are their generation? So will it be the generation of these people that someone said they will go to Exile? They will go to Exile, they will never return, generation will never return.
That is very serious. My people say, Oh,
Aru mere.
Guinea misery.
Aru mere behano.
Now, the Nigerian government, away from that, begged the Chinese firm to release one private jet so that the president, His Excellency, could not suffer such embarrassment. You know, it's a national embarrassment, and it's very unfortunate that it happens. It's just that the money they borrowed, they are sending some email to their inboxes, and Apapio is using it to drink tea. Now, the people has released one private jet so that the government, Tinubu will come back and tell the story of what happened.
It's already an embarrassment. It's already an embarrassment. And there's adage we say in Igbo language, which means the disgrace. The disgrace you disgrace a prominent man, a prominent man, is far dangerous than his killing. It's worse than his killing because he's alive and saw the disgrace. But when you kill him, you don't know what is happening. That's what happened to Nigeria and the Nigerian president. This president or government is the first time this type of thing will happen to Nigeria. The only time it happened so was when Babangida was in power. Margaret Thatcher came to visit Nigeria here. But it wasn't like this. Margaret Thatcher only uttered her word that the debt Nigeria owned to Britain, they must surely pay it because Nigeria have money more than expectation. So they must surely pay it. But the way to analyze it, she not analyze in the way Nigeria owns Britain. He did not say it. So this is the only time Nigerian debt was surfacing that they must surely pay. And Obasanjo entered, that debt wasn't paid. Or Abacha was only servicing the debt. And Obasanjo entered with his connections and everything, both the one he paid and the one he did not pay. The debt were written off. And this
with the help of
Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala and others. And this time is the worst disgrace. Nigeria haven't received a disgrace like this. In every government, Nigeria haven't received disgrace like this. 3 jets, presidential jets, not ordinary jets, we are seized. Not by government, by ordinary firm, company in China.
They borrow money from.
In China, which is the worst humiliation. If it's Chinese government rise up, it's fair. But this is a firm. And not only they borrow money, the problem is this. I think in 2006 or 2007, the governor then of Ogun State give them a land called the Free Trade Zone to develop. When this firm developed the area, almost more than half, it was stopped. And even the Chinese people were mishandled, profaned, and put into detention. At the end, they were released. And they forward their case. And they forward their case. It came to be that it found in the time of Tulumbu. This is why I'm looking at this Tulumbu government, the type of government it is. When look at it, every problem other government have created or other presidents have created before Tulumbu, all of them now are falling on the head of Tulumbu. Bad economic, bad governance. He wasn't the one that created it, but everything is falling upon his head now. What did I find them to Carlo? Delaying Biafra.
I beg to disagree. He's the mastermind of whatever is happening.
I'm coming. But physically, everybody saw it. Everything was upon him. The thing that committed between the governor, state governor, now is upon his head. So this is why I look at it. It seems that God is not happy the way Tulumbu clings to the power. God is not happy with him. And this is a signal to him that something greater also may happen in the future. Okay, look at it. Nigerian government under Tulumbu now was involved because the government of that time was stand as a witness or surety between Ogun State government and the Chinese firm, which is normal thing. When this type of thing want to happen between state government and the foreign firms or nation, government have to come in to put their own signatory as they are witness or something like that. This is why they affect Nigerian government. And the Ogun State don't have any access now that worth something. Therefore, they have to lay hand on Nigerian assets. And look at it. The 3 jets, out of the new jet that they bought, One was fall into it.
Mm.
One fall into it. The other two was taken to service. And this firm sued them in Britain, sued them in France, sued them in America. And got the whole courts were against Nigeria. Even American law firm said not only Nigerian jet to be seized, but all the whole Nigerian assets all over the world should be held
To be
responsible.
targeted.
Targeted.
Is it the other thing we are talking about?
You understand? So, and look at it. People are saying that one aircraft will be released for the president to come back. Yes, the president will come back. The president will come back. He cannot fly. He's not a bird. He cannot swim. It's not a fish. And he cannot trek using France to enter East Europe, from East Europe to Turkey, from Turkey to Syria, from Syria to Iraq, from Iraq to Egypt or North Africa, then come. He's not a camel. He's not a camel. He cannot trade. Therefore, something needs to be done for him to come back home. Neither will Nigeria will purchase another new aircraft, or he enter chartered flight or public flight to return. But thank God for the mercy the firm has on him, and so can release one jet for him to go back, because it will be a very disgraceful thing that Mr. President entered the chartered flight to come back home.
After going with presidential flight,
or he enter public flight to come back home, or he go and board the ship to come back home, it will be a very disgraceful thing to Nigeria.
no, those people are so magnanimous. All what you got done, but me question you.
And
If na leg, ya will roll cocoa.
and do you know the type of agreement that went down? Do you know
Before such was released,
the release? Do you know how many of the dignitaries come to sign before it was released? Do you know the term of payment or agreement to pay before it was released? Or do you know whether they have taken another Nigerian assets outside, which they may not announce, to replay in exchange of that plane? Who knows? It cannot be just released like that.
no, it's not possible.
It's not possible. But in whatever that happened, the firm, they are so merciful. They are so good
They try. They have human.
by
nature.
allowing it to be so.
Thank you
And,
so.
and this will teach Nigeria lesson that Nigeria integrity, Nigeria respect, giant of Africa, big brother is going down. Is going down. Is going down.
There is one song they do sing that time when we are prayer. Power jump power, power jump power, power jump power, power jump power,
Power jump power, power jump power,
power jump power,
power jump power, power jump power. Now look at it.
power jump power.
Power jump power. It's only firm. It's only a firm in China is doing this thing. How much more the time Chinese government will come for their own debt, Nigeria own them? Who know what we do? Who know that? That was power jump power. If higher power come now, which is that Chinese government, to jam Nigeria, how will it be? Because little power, ordinary firm, jam Nigeria. See how it is. And then if that one come, how will it be? It's
Well,
only God.
that is just a minor thing. They will also borrow and fix the problem. It doesn't make any sense because everybody is paying through his nose now. Of course, the light and NEPA, the food is a bag of rice is 85,000, and that is another new development. A breaking news. Well, not the breaking news. Of course, it's one of those developments and achievements.
A bag of rice is 85,000. That's for Nigeria, not for Biafra. Biafrans are not crying that we are hungry. They are not hungry. Biafrans have learned how to control themselves, whether in time of hungry or in the time of pleasures or whether in time of lack. God is with Biafrans. He continue to sustain Biafrans. Going and see crying here and there. It was Nigerians are crying because of Nigerian government. The Biafran government is okay, it's well for Biafrans. Are you okay? So if it's 1 million, Biafrans will still endure and manage their life. They will not cry. Rather, they know how to tie their bed strong. And they know how to tie their bed
There's
strong.
something that happened in primary school then. They were beating, that time we are showing that we are Superman. They are giving us 12 slash. One of them said that they were hitting him 5, 6. The guy didn't shift. When he got to 7, he said, I am not crying. I am not crying. 8, he said, I am not crying. 9, 10, he said, oh. Nah, I'm not crying now. But you can still an him poor because the amount of paying NEPA bill, school fees, security bill, well, nah, it's hitting us.
Yes.
But we are not we are not crying anyway.
Yes, it's hitting us because we are still in Nigeria, drinking Nigeria water, breathing Nigeria air, paying their taxes. Is hitting us, but we are not demonstrating. We are not protesting. You see the differences. This is why I tell you, we have learned how to control ourselves in the time of lack and the time of precious.
Thank
We
you
have
so
learned how
much,
to touch our beds. Yes,
God bless you.
bless you too.
Once again.
I'm Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. I am Mr. Akpara, the new Okokondep. In this Republic of Biafra, live a Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and this happy OB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Long live Simon Ekpa. Long live Finland and Finland people. Long live all our fans all over the world. May God bless every one of you in Jesus' name. Long live Donald Trump and America. God bless Donald Trump, bless America. Donald Trump win the election in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Father Yahweh, bring peace between Russia and Ukraine. Let the war in Ukraine and Russia end, so that the peace in Europe as a whole. The whole world will have peace. Long live Netanyahu and Israel. God bless Netanyahu, bless Israel. Israel win the war.
Thank you so much. God bless you,
Ọmụ Biafra, ọ na-anahakwa n'ụra. Onye ndị Rọba gburugburu na-eche ndị nche mgbe niile. Simon Ekpa anahakwa n'ụra. Ka ihe mee Nnamdi Kanu ga-eme gị, ọ ga-emekwe gị n'aha Jizọs Kraịst. Ọmụ Biafra, ka emesịa nọ mbọsị nta ka achọ na Owere nchi. Ọ ga-adịle na mma n'aha Jizọs Kraịst. Amen. Ka emesịa nọ. Amen.
Thank you once again, Mazio Okokondem, the new Okokondem in the Second Republic of the Biafran state, of course, has given his own positions and reactions regarding the developments and happenings here. Good morning, Mr. Moses.
Good morning, sir.
Simon Ekpa has given eviction notice, have told the Nigerian representative, governors, senators, House of Rep, other ministers and parastatals that Egwola, Ogerola, it is time they leave the Biafran territory. Is that possible? They are in charge, they are in control. They believe that they are in control. Simon Ekpa in the faraway Finland.
Okay.
Can he do the job?
God bless you. I congratulate Samuel Ekpa, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, and all the Biafrans. More grace to heaven. Anyway, it's possible because when Moses told Pharaoh that the God of heaven and earth of Israel said, "You should let my people go," Pharaoh said, "Who is that God that I should let the people of Israel go?" He said, "I don't even know him." So, to governors and the House of Rep, it will seem impossible, but actually it is possible. The order and the command of Samuel Ekpa is being obeyed than the governors in the East. The governors in the East, we don't obey them. We don't know anything about them because they are not our leaders. They are just eating Nigerian money and taking care of themselves and the family. So we don't know anything about them. So the people we know about is Samuel Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu, and all the Biafrans. That's the people we recognize. We don't even know whether they are sleeping or whether they're existing or not. So we don't want to go in that area because they are a minority to what we are discussing. They are minorities. We don't regard on anything. So whereby they are eating Nigerian money, the people of Israel, at the extent they said to Moses, "Why did you bring us out of Egypt? Why didn't you leave us to begin to eat cucumber and enjoy ourselves in Egypt?"
That is what I'm saying, because
know
I know any mouth where they eat, don't they committed.
So that complaint is a kind of, we are passing through this now because we want freedom. Some people will say, don't mind them, Igbo people, they love themselves. They want to have Biafra. Don't mind them. They will be fighting each other. Yes. Family and family, they fight. Brother and brother, they fight. After they will settle. That's no problem. That must be problem. So that problem can never, husband and wife, they sometimes they quarrel. It cannot, they are still all husband and wife. Forget about it, whether we quarrel, whether we fight or not. It's not your business. But what we want to tell you people that the command of Samariba is going to happen and it will stand. It is real. So whether the governors and the House of Rep and the senators, they are going to be submissive to the word or not, we don't want to debate. The actual thing that they should leave Biafraland because this is not their land. This is not their land because all the while they have been in Nigerian custody, in Nigerian DC, they have not done anything good to our state. They have not. Instead, they will be sending soldiers, sending police people to come and begin to harass our people, block road and begin to collect one naira on the road and do a lot of things. So now it is our time, at the time of Israel. But what made me happy is that that same fellow that said, I do not know him. I don't know about that God. Who is that God that I should let the people of Israel know? I don't even know him. Moses said, is the God of heaven and earth. I am that I am. He sent me to tell you, let my people go. And the fellow was stiff naked. He refused. But what made me happy that ending of the day, that the same fellow recognized God in the Red Sea. That is where he ended his career. That is where he ended his career. So the same thing will happen to all these ones. They are going to run to exile very soon. So maybe not think say maybe it is that it used to be. Some people came up and said, Biafra, they went in. Maybe like the story of Wazirike. No, all these ones they came to make money. They came to make money.
His name was reflecting in his actions. Owazurike. Yagakwagazueke.
So, in our own time now, this is our own dispensation.
That is true. Owazurike. Yagazurike.
So,
Arujo can go.
yes. So in his own time,
Pass on one side.
he did it and collected money. But in our own time, we don't even know your naira because our money is more valuable than your naira. When Biafra, as we are existing very soon, what is naira? Naira is not money. So somebody that is collecting money, he collecting naira. It was really, I know that money I collected since is finishing, or maybe he has finished it. He does small investment to even cope to make sure it stands. So the command of Samari is going to stand, and we are behind him.
You are saying that over 50 million Biafrans are behind the Prime Minister and his directive. Well, let me grant you benefit of doubt. Of course, let me become doubting Thomas now. Whether you will sack Nigerian senator. You know who are senators? You know who are House of Representatives?
That is a name. It's a title. It's a name. That name does not stop us from doing what we are doing. Because if they actually what they are, they would have changed the whole East and make it become London of its own. But because that name they are asking is a name of embezzlement, senators and such and so forth. This is a name of embezzling money, a name to make money and for their family and build houses everywhere, and house of properties. So that name does not have anything to do with us. It doesn't reflect our lives. So it is a fellow has a name, fellow of Egypt, a king of Egypt. That say, who is that God? And you know they ended. So these people are like fellow. Their name does not mean anything. It's not change. It does not change anything. When Jesus was born, that fellow said, the Herod said, who is that man that say he's a king? He was troubled. He was troubled. I said, Now he said to his people, go and check. He told the wise men that came to visit and ask him questions. He said, go and check. If it is actually the truth, come and tell me so I will come and pay homage. But without he have bad intention in his mind. He had bad intention. He did all he can to end the life of Jesus. He only ended up in killing innocent people. And Jesus is now stands as King of Kings. So these governors and the senators They will be searching for many things to stop it, but they will not.
They control the security votes. You know what that means?
Yes.
They have this
Yes.
military
Okay. As they
parastatals.
control the committee, they control everything. We have been having sit at home. Why did they stop it? If they have power, how can a man give a command that there be no business? That Monday now in East now Monday had turned to Sunday,
Public holidays.
public holiday. No school, nothing,
Yes,
nothing.
even in my place, students are going to school on Saturday and Sundays
Nothing.
because Monday or Sunday.
So you look at it that if Biafran leaders can give leaders or a Biafran leader can give a command, say there will be no business on Mondays.
Okay.
There will be no business on Mondays, and that thing stands. You discover that that command is not there because governments are losing. They're losing a lot of things. They are losing a lot of things on Mondays in East, in Southeast. So, if that command can be given, how many years now, and that command stands, and those governors with their big belly cannot do anything. So, this one is a simple something to be done. They can still not do anything. They can only come and send innocent people, soldiers, police, to come and waste their lives. But I know that they are wise soldiers. Wise ones will not be there.
Well, someone Ekpa said to buttress what he said, Onye chenti ohunanya. China efe onye chenti ofunanya. Is he committed to that cause? Because that will not be possible without a fight. So how prepared, of course, is he ready to confront the whole Nigeria?
It is a kind of this protest they had in Ojota. This is a protest, a government work. It's a kind of government office, government work. How can a government give somebody a place to do protest and give him a time to close? This is a kind of government work. It's a plan. It's a something that they are planned and put in order so that people will say there is no protest in Lagos. That's what I mean now. That is a kind of what is going to happen and what they are doing. That kind of protest, giving a place. But a protest is Nigerian government does not need a peaceful protest. Let me tell you, they don't need what they are doing. Tinubu, ole, Ababia, ole. When you are doing it, they are more happy. But when you begin to hear say, oh, so place is burning, so place is burning. In fact, it's happening this way. They will change mind.
Thank you. They will change mind. We are still, of course, we in the season of Pentecost. Well, I don't mean, of course, the Pentecost for the Christians. The water is described as Pentecost Day for some persons. Thank you once again for being part of this discussion. We do appreciate you.
So I appreciate
once again.
all the Nigerians. I appreciate all the Biafrans, Samariba, Nnamdi Kanu in justice study, custody, and every Biafrans. More grace to your elbow. Don't give up. We are going very soon. Remember, December 2nd, we are marching forward to declare our republic. So don't give up and make sure you continue in your faith. It's going to happen. God bless you all. In Jesus' name.
Don't give up. Well, people have expressed their candid opinion regarding issues of importance and as it borders on the existence, their continuity, and of course, economic-wise. It's not been easy as people express their dissatisfaction over what is happening in Nigeria. And of course, these have informed the reasons why the renewed quest for the agitation for the restoration of the Biafran state has gained more momentum. Of course, more persons are voting yes for the self-referendum that is ongoing. And of course, most people have expressed great dissatisfaction and vote of no confidence in the administration, not just of Ahmed Bola Tinubu, but in Nigeria government. And of course, their inability to prefer solutions to the myriads of problems bedeviling all asunder here. Things are no longer at ease. Unfortunately, there is no, of course, end in sight as people are wallowing and grappling how to survive. Gasping for air is quite unfortunate, and these are realities today. What can we do in the midst of all these confusions and realities? Well, of course, keeping it real has been our commitment, and to this end, we come your way again to discuss issues of importance. Thank you once again for being part of this discussion. It's very disturbing, honestly. We are not crying, but we are feeling the pains and the agonies, honestly, of survival. Well, Chidera, thank you. He said the zoo is fallen. Well, who do you mean by the zoo, or whatever be the case? Thank you for being part of today's discussion. Honestly, it's been an interesting one here. Chibiwu also, thank you once again for being part of this interaction, and many who could not have made comments here. We also have, is it Abia, the best? Abia, thank you once again. Uche, thank you. We do appreciate you. Emeka, yes, Emeka, Ezeke, thank you once again. Ekezie, we do appreciate. Emelike, thank you once again. Vivian Odi, thank you. We do appreciate. And of course, you could use this opportunity to gift us using the super thanks or super chat buttons to tell us you appreciate what you are doing. And of course, the provisions are made there. We do appreciate once again, Chijoke, thank you. Ese, Daniel, you're good to go. This one is it a reset or what? Juventus Opala, thank you once again. Opala or something. Chijoke, okay, I've mentioned that. Thank you very much for being part of this discussion this morning. We do appreciate you. Once again, this one is as Moses. Oh, thank you, Moses. We do appreciate you, Daniel, Peter Carfor, and the rest of others. Okay. Okay, thank you once again for being part of this discussion. It's been an interesting and intriguing moment here, honestly. Well loaded as people do express themselves and giving their own position regarding issues as they continue. Amy Langston, thank you once again for being part of this discussion. On this note, of course, we wrap it up in today's political discourse and interactions this morning. It has been, of course, a very informative, entertaining, and intriguing moment here with Chigos and Debo in Conweb TV. We promise you of the best of the weekends, and of course, a new week loaded with God's blessings, protection for you and your families. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the notification button so that you can get access to more of our videos, interesting and informative videos already uploaded and yet to be uploaded. Thank you once again. Remain blessed. I wish you all the best until we come your way in subsequent editions. Remain blessed and bye for now.